James Richardson nimmt es mit aktuell 68 der Welt auf. Er ist 32 Jahre alt, kommt aus Doncaster und hat es in diesem Jahr bei der WM zum ersten Mal in den Alley Pally geschafft, in den legendären Alexandra Palace. Primetime, Matthew Edgar!
Match 2 on day 1 of the European Darts Grand Prix here in Sindelfingen, and a meeting between James Richardson and the star of Edgar TV, his very own YouTube channel, Matt Edgar, character off the hockey. Can he be a winner on it this afternoon? We're about to find out. The star of PDC TV, Paul Nicholson, who I will take the opportunity very early on to wish you a happy birthday, Paul.
Yes, bud.
I
really
know you
appreciate
didn't
that.
bring cake for everyone, but we will
I brought some
over
sweets.
that.
It's for us, though. Just for us. Yeah, it'll be a good game this, actually, because I think they're evenly matched. And they've got a lot of experience between the two of them. And I really do think that the confidence levels of Matthew Edgar have carried him this far in his career so far. He's waiting to take that next step.
Yeah, interesting. Evenly matched indeed. Edgar has the better in the head-to-head record, but I don't think you can read too much into it. As
thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg, and Matthew to throw first. Game on.
Richardson does the Robin Hood in his warm-up. Better to get that out of the way now. Yeah, Edgar leads it 3-1, but they've only had
60.
one of those meetings since 2013.
I think you can much discount that then. The only thing you can really read into that is possibly a psychological edge.
Well, yeah, one of the win that Edgar has had this year was in February at a Players' Championship event, so he has a bit of recent success against Richardson, who whitewashed Edgar in the very first meeting back in 2012, has lost the succeeding 3.
Yeah, I think back in 2012, James Richardson was only just starting to make his presence felt, considering that he made a Pro Tour final back in 2011, and he had a lot of confidence going into 2012. But there have been sporadic efforts from James that have really made you stand up and take attention.
Well, he's making his presence felt early on here with a max in the first leg. Well, that's better than coming back for 140, Paul.
Yeah, that is a great tops, that. He'd much rather be sitting on tops right now, but better to be sitting on 20, like you say, enough, than nothing at all. There you go. Good start from James Richardson. And Edgar's on notice.
Second leg, James.
Yeah, fast out of the box, and Matt Edgar knows that he will have to get his game going very, very quick indeed.
60.
What's your opinion of Edgar TV? You managed to tune in and watch any of it?
I've watched bits of it. I'm not a fully paid member just yet, but there's room for improvement. Anything, Paul?
Is it subscription only?
I'm not sure.
I can afford it. I'm sorry. I'll have to see if I can ask him for a freebie.
It was funny, actually, the one that he did with a 9-darter. And he just put clips together of him playing different matches to mash up a perfect leg.
He is a bit of a character, Matt. And in this day and age where entertainment is going to take you a long way, I welcome things like that. They're just a little bit different, because when pounce on the double. They got it in the first leg, and he wasn't given the opportunity.
Yeah, you yourself, Paul, were a pioneer of entertainment in darts. It goes obviously back to the days of Bobby George and the likes of Wayne Mardell, who also celebrates his birthday today.
Yeah, happy birthday, Wayne, and Tony Martin as well. Happy birthday, Tony.
Done their thing, but you had a completely different kind of take to the wrestling style darts player.
Well, Matthew was massively into wrestling, and one of his claims to fame is that he actually wrestled on CM Punk once. Fancy that for a claim to fame, but he wants to make his own fame in darts, and of course he wants to make his own fame with his entertainment style as well. But
the point is, you and those other men, Peter Wright, the most recent successful one in that, you get that it is about entertaining and not just about playing darts. That's why the stadiums are sold out.
Precisely. The biggest compliment I've ever had in the game of darts came from Peter Wright, and he said that me going up there and being a bit more outlandish gave him the courage to be something like what he is now, which is an incredible thing for him to tell me, but it's all him now. Snakebite characters almost become normal. This is a big exchange here. James looking for a third consecutive break. He's not going to get a shot at tops this time. So will Edgar go for 25 again to give himself 2 at tops? There's the ball, of course. Ball 6. Brilliant. Bent a wire on the right side. Matthew Edgar gets the first hold of through in this match. Not going to see much in the way of facial expressions and emotion from James Richardson. If you're going to get anything at all, it's going to be a little grunt. He's very aggressive on the dartboard. If he sees a shot, he's going to go for it. And he's a big scorer when he gets his range in.
Very, very focused, isn't he, James Richardson? Once he gets on the hockey, his eyes almost burning a hole in the board. Paul Nicholson flapping his arms about, suggesting that he felt James should have switched, I presume.
Yeah. Do you agree?
Yeah, if you've blocked the bed, it is a mathematical reason to stay there. If you've blocked the bed, why not go for an open target?
Yeah, he's on 401, and he's blocked the bed with the first dart and the second dart. Why not go for 17 there? Charles 17 would be a good shot.
Well, you spoke to Michael Van Gerwen after winning last weekend in Graz about his prowess on treble 19, and he said, look, it's only 3 points less. If I want to use it, it's there.
Precisely.
That's the way he sees it, and there are a few players who stick stubbornly to the treble 20. One of them is the man who will meet the winner of this in the next round, Mervyn King.
So that's another example of stubbornness on the 60 when James could have hit a 25 or a bullet and leave a 2-darter, which is considered modern counting. But you can classify what James just did as old school counting. He's going to get a shot at the tops, you would feel. Plenty of room over the top. He needs to throw this harder. Does so. Really good adjustment from the last time he had that shot. And he now holds. But yeah, MVG last week was almost simplifying the method of using the switching techniques of treble 19, which really got him out of jail on a couple of occasions last week. But he backs himself using the switches. I think
sometimes early in the leg we think, oh, he's going down there because he just fancies it or for counting reasons. But he said he would rather an open bed. As simple as that. And this is a simple game that some players can make very complicated.
Yeah, we've talked about certain players and their stubbornness on 60. James is one of them. Mac Hop is starting to educate himself in the ways of the board. But when we're talking about people who use the board the best, then you've got to be talking about Rob Cross and Michael Van Gerwen. The use of the 18s and the 19s. They are, without a doubt, the top of the list.
Cross is a man who simplified it so much that he only goes to 3 areas of the board ever.
He doesn't use 17s unless he absolutely has to. 20s, 18s and 19s. But there are lots of players these days who really do pack that 60 out, but that was a really good treble 17. That is possibly going to change this match's favour.
45.
Huge shot from Richardson that might just have knocked Edgar out of his stride.
James on the fifth
And now
leg.
Richardson
James
breaks
Richardson.
again.
Sixth leg, James to throw first.
Well, that's how you get rid of 203 points, isn't it? Can't do it any better than that.
Yeah, 1-1. Followed by double 16, 4 darts used, and Richardson now has taken a step back because he knows that last time he broke, he surrendered that straight away.
I'll say one thing for James in this match, he's been very straight, and that's a really good sign for him.
91.
If there is a fault in the Edgar game, it's that sometimes he can go too high, too low. Just like in that previous visit, he tends to struggle on the weight of the dot, and the way his darts land, his perfect guide dot is at the bottom of the 60, if not just below it. And when he goes above, he really needs to switch. And does so correctly.
96.
Both of these men had very impressive qualifying campaigns for this tournament. Edgar beating George Clinton and Steve West for the loss of just 2 legs. As Richardson rattles in his third maximum, he beat Ryan Joyce and Robert Thornton, losing just 3 legs in his run.
Very impressive. We were having a chat just before this game started about how this qualifier for these guys was the second of 2, and looking at the overall averages of that qualifier, it was down on the first one. And as someone who's been through those qualifying double headers, you tend to find that the averages come down on the second one because of tiredness, and because if you've lost in the first qualifier, you've got to pick yourself up somehow. And that's what James Richardson's done in this match.
Well, he's teed up tops for 2-leg cushion for the first time. Too high, but and he does so perfectly.
Seventh leg, Matthew to throw first.
Another great example there of the line of James Richardson's dart, because I said he's been very straight in this match, 6 legs in. Well, look at the guide on that double top. It was high by a good 1.5 centimetres, but the dot that hit tops was exactly the same line. You had to reconfigure the weight of it.
Well, perhaps this is the hidden advantage of the stubbornness that we spoke about on the treble 20, that he's never really losing that line because he carries on throwing at the same spot for much of the match.
I think that's absolutely right. If you spend enough time on that same line, you're going to get good at it.
Got happy memories on that stage, Paul. We were talking when we arrived. You know, you hit 40 today. Of course, you'll take a trip down memory lane and reflect on the past. You said if you could have 5 minutes back, it'd be here.
Yeah. If I could have 10 seconds back, it would be 5-5 with Wes Newton in the final, and I'd love another shot double 12. 51. Gets it again. See, he always goes for the shot. He doesn't lay up. He's so aggressive as James Richardson.
Well, he might go through that because Edgar has timed that maximum to perfection. Richardson's only going to get 2 darts, and only just gets 2 darts, and now he's barricaded the double.
9 score.
Well, that was a great effort. The only thing it didn't do was go in. That's gone in though. And Richardson really should be 5-2 up.
Richardson is playing the better dart of the pair. There is no doubt about it. But Matthew Edgar has just shown why timing is everything in this sport. That 180 was timed to perfection.
First, this match we've seen a useful double switch from James Richardson, and what does he do? He gets 2 double 19s.
And that's how you stay in touch with an opponent who's averaging 10 plus points more than you are.
46.
Don't miss a dart at double.
No. It's been very impressive on the outer ring from Matthew. One thing we can't question with Matt is his desire. He has been through the ringer a few times in his career already. Been so close to Grand Slam spots and world spots, and he's been getting some results in the last 6 months, but just get the feeling with Matt sometimes that he doesn't start the season well enough. He needs to get out of the blocks and then keep that going. I think we will see a big season from Matt in the next few years. I've got a lot of faith in him. Single 20 for tops in a flash, because he does play very quick. That dart from the left-hand side of the hockey, you can tell that he really does that a lot in practice because he has to. That dart landing so upright. He's now 5-3 and 1 away in what has been a very good, quick match.
It really has. As Richardson looks to rattle in 180 number 5, which he has done, is 7 in the match in total. And just to return to your point about Matt Edgar, Paul, he did get out of the blocks this year. He reached quarter-finals at the 4th Players' Championship event, but hasn't really followed it up, just as you suggested.
It says maybe that consistency could be an issue, but the talent is there. It's how you harness that talent mid-season. It's how you react to the ups and downs.
Yeah, he won Players Challenge Tour titles rather in 2014 and 2017, but again, the fact that they're 3 years apart suggests a lack of consistency in the game.
It's a lot going on in the background.
Of course, in and out of the Pro Tour as well.
He doesn't want to be one of those yo-yo guys constantly going to Q school. He wants to be here for the long haul. That's something that Ross Smith is trying to do. Trying to get those bigger runs to get himself in the top 64 so he can make long-term plans. Now, for the match. What's the bet he leaves tops? Well, he'd love a shot at double 18.
Well, he's wandered over somewhere near us. And that's why that dart is flown into 5. He never moved back then, did he?
He should have moved back.
Well, he can go for the single 13 now. He's found it, full top.
51.
But he hasn't found that.
There was a bit of a jump on that throw, wasn't there?
I think there was a bit of shakiness in the first two darts. One of them, of course, missing the target, and the single 13 only just found its way in. But Richardson seals the deal here.
James Richardson.
Ruthless James Richardson proves just that in his opener against Matt Edgar, who missed one dart at doubling the match and was made to pay 5 maximums for Richardson, helped him move through to the second round of the European Darts Grand Prix. He'll be in action tomorrow against Mervyn King. We'll be back in a few moments' time when Christoph Ratajski meets a Welshman, Robert Owen.
James Richardson steht in Runde 2, trifft morgen auf einen der ehemaligen Champions hier von Sindelfingen, auf Mervyn King. Applaus für Matt Edgar, für Primetime. Und James Richardson ist gut gelaunt, hat gut gespielt. Und wir fragen mal nach, ob er das genauso empfunden hat. James, congratulations. Strong performance, I would say.
What about that? I mean, Matt's a good player. He's dangerous, very dangerous, and you've got to be on your ways. On enough to win. I'm happy with that. We're on tomorrow now. That's all I can say.
His double percentage was strong. 100%, he just missed one double.
Yeah, he didn't miss on his doubles. He clocked him out when I was sitting. So fair play to Matt. I'm sure he'll be back for more of these. I will be not. I'm going to be chomping it like a hornet. Bulldog chewing a wasp.
We always say the guys get younger on tour, the level is getting better and better. Do you prefer playing the young guns or Mervyn King tomorrow?
I ain't bothered. I'm mid-range. I'm about 45. Merv's a bit odd, about 50-odd. Matt's 30-odd, so I don't know, you know, bring them on. I'm going to get to the gym, I think. I'm going to get like Ricky Evans. Let's have it.
James, thank you very much. James Richardson.